Hello, my name is Ahmad Suhair and my group consists of Muhammad Daniel, Muhammad Amir and Muhammad Aiman. The topic that we have chosen for our case study is the research misconduct and unethical engineering of Highland Towers. Highland Tower's collapse is a significant case that demonstrates unethical behavior can contribute to a large-scale disaster, as the investigations showed that there are possible falsifications of reports. First up is the background. So Highland Tower is located at Taman Hillview, Ulu Kelang, Malaysia, and it consists of three 12-story blocks. It was built between 1974 to 1990. The buildings were situated on a steep hill using cut and fill method, and on the 11th December 1993, Block 1 has collapsed completely, and due to that, many lives has been taken. There are three key events that we can point from this case. The continuous heavy rainfall was the trigger of this event. Then after 10 days, a landslide happened and caused the wall to fail. The aftermath caused 48 people lost their lives.
Hi, my name is Amir. I want to talk about identification. So first of all, it is misconduct. So there are some incompetence, casualness, and negligent design during the Highland Tower development phase. And second is inadequate site investigation. So there was an inadequate soil testing and a failure to identify poor ground condition during the pre-construction site visit. And third is maintenance negligence. So the drainage system was poorly designed and lacked necessary maintenance. So for the difference is a possibility. So the risk of landslide in Ulu Kelang were known, yet lack of technical knowledge prevailed. And the second is a violation of standard practice. So the failure to account horizontal slopes foundation constitute fundamental engineering deficiency rather than a calculation anomaly. Next is impact. First, for carriers, the carrier exposed a serious professional incompetence in engineering in Malaysia. And second is trust. So the collapse severely damaged a public trust in construction industry. And third is public. Residents of Block 2 and Block 3 were permanently evacuated with their home declared unsafe. And last is safety. The Highland Tower caused a lot of death, which is 48 deaths, making it one of the Malaysia's deadliest structural failure.
Hi, my name is Daniel. As we evaluate the Highland Tower case, we found several major breaches of the NSPE Code of Ethics. First, the engineer failed to prioritize public safety. The foundation and drainage were clearly unstable. Secondly, there were issues with competence. The design simply did not match the terrain. And finally, there was lack of transparency.
Okay, next we're going to talk about the ethical insight and reflection. Firstly, we look at the lessons. The main problem started with the poor drainage issue. And next is the lack of integrity. And then there are endocrine competence. And lastly, the ethical negligence. To overcome these issues, there are several solutions that could have been taken. Firstly, the geotechnical assessment. And secondly is the proper construction supervision. And thirdly is regular inspection. And then faster intervention. And lastly is the stronger safety culture. From this case, there are several ethical reflections. Firstly, we must understand the responsibility in engineering is not just the technical work, it's all about protecting human life. We also learn importance of the rising concern and never assuming someone else will be handle safety and issues. Continuously learning is needed, so we need to improve an understanding of risk assessments. Clear communication is also important, so we can speak openly about the any risk of that we identify. This case also remind us about the ethical commitment, making decision based on honesty, responsibility, and safety. And finally, ethical practice is a long-term mindset. It's something we need to must practice consistently in our careers.
To conclude the Highland Tower case, the collapse was not just a natural disaster, it was preventable. So how do we prevent this in the future? First, applying the human reliability analysis. to help identify human error. Secondly, using properly engineered gravity retest walls. And the third, integrating vegetative engineering.